need to let you know about this.
Oh,
Does not
Cinematic
matter.
hits to ambient.
as hard as she could.
The trick I used to film cinematic shots of myself.
Taking action.
As hard as
Does
she
not matter.
How to make every day so fun you don't even want to scroll. There was a point in my life where I was so down bad. And funny enough, that was the time I spent so much time scrolling because all I wanted to do was escape. So before we begin, let me tell you a quick story. This was about 3 years ago. I get a text from one of my friends saying that we should all meet at a cafe. It's like a couple-minute walk and a couple of hours. So I wait a couple of hours, I scroll. I had a severe phone addiction. I just scrolled for hours every single day. So I put on my shoes, got out the house and made my way there. And then everyone was sitting down and we started talking. And then something came up about screen time, about digital detox and how social media was just affecting everything. And then someone was like, let's see everyone's screen times. And at this point, I really have no clue how much my screen time is. So everybody starts showing it and, you know, they have 4 hours, 5 hours, nothing too crazy, 3 hours. And then before I show, I just look at my screen time and I'm thinking, damn, 10 hours and 31 minutes. This is gonna be embarrassing. And I know I can't back out now, so I just show everybody. And I know this is not as deep as I make it out to be, but you know, it just felt a certain type of way. They were all surprised. They're like, 10 hours and 30 minutes is not even normal. And I always knew it was bad, but you know, at this point, it just flicked a switch in me where I was like, okay, this has to change. So my screen time is 26 minutes today, which is about the usual of what it is. And from that moment, I knew that I had to cut my phone addiction. I had to stop scrolling, and that's when everything changed. So I've created the anti-scrolling method, which is the exact system I've used to cut my screen time down from 10 hours and 30 minutes to 30 minutes. And I want to thank you guys all so much for the amazing support and the amazing feedback and the comments and the DMs. It's just overwhelming. So it's in the description if you want to check it out. So the first thing you want to do is identify the problem. You see, there's a reason as to why you scroll. This might be some childhood trauma. This might be something you're avoiding. You might want to do a task, but you're not sure how to start, so you procrastinate. You see, there's no point trying to address these symptoms. We need to fix the root. So the sooner you can understand that you are escaping from something. Maybe you have big goals and ambitions, but you just don't know where to start. So think about all the possible solutions as to why you scroll, why you spend all this time trying to escape. So write this down somewhere and let's begin. The problem with scrolling is that you just lose yourself in things that you can't even remember. When do you actually remember the last short video you watched? And it's just so overwhelming for your brain and your focus. You're switching between emotions and information so fast. It just kills your dopamine, it kills your motivation and your drive. So you need to regain control over your own life and your habits. You can't let a metal box control your awareness, your time, and your energy. The fact that scrolling steals your energy and self-awareness from you should bother you so much that you take action. You don't need discipline or willpower. You just need to learn to hate how scrolling makes you feel. Because if you don't like how it makes you feel and you want to change, then it's going to be easy to just cut the habit. One of the most crucial questions you can ask yourself is, which hurts more, scrolling or not scrolling? Because the one that is more painful is the one that you will avoid. If you find yourself scrolling, chances are you've made life mentally painful. In fact, even more painful than scrolling. And scrolling has become your escape, which is why you return to it again and again. But you need to make real life your escape and not scrolling. Because 20 years ago, the internet was an escape from the real world. Now, the real world is an escape from the internet. Everything I've told you so far is 100% important. But without the right system in place, it's still going to be hard to actually cut the habit of scrolling. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. So if you're serious about regaining control over your life and becoming the best version of yourself, then check out the 6-step anti-scroll method I've put in the description. You got this.